Well, before I get on with this supplement thing, here's a Panda Cat. See Panda Cat? Why do we call him Panda Cat? Her, maybe. See that? Look like a panda, huh? Second can of food over there. Right? Still kind of shy. Anyway, well, I upped my vitamin C to, well, actually I took 47,000 milligrams of the stuff yesterday. And it seems to have a much higher absorption rate because I'm using, well, you know what it is? I'm using Beck style zapper, and I think it's causing, well, they always said it caused transfection, which is super absorption of nutrients. And I was thinking to myself, well, and this Beck was telling you not to take vitamins, not to take herbs, and I'm thinking, you know, you're probably just playing games with us. Maybe the part about him telling us not to take garlic is a bunch of garbage too, because garlic cures every damn thing under the sun. So if you're taking garlic and you're using a Beck style zapper, he's saying no, 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 no. Well, guess what? Guess what? If you're using the zapper is not actually killing the microbes as much as, well, it does some. Like the Beck zapper is very much inferior to the, you know, Clark style parazapper as far as killing microbes, but the transfection effect can be used to your advantage. This is what I'm theorizing. But I've been noticing I can uptake a lot more vitamin C without having, you know, the bowel intolerance where you go run to the bathroom. So I took like 47,000 yesterday. Now I know I took a couple Sundays in a row. I took 30,000 within a 5-hour period, and I was still okay. So it's probably that the nutrients getting super absorbed into the body. So one thing that works very good with vitamin C, and it's also a force multiplier for vitamin C, is N-acetylcysteine, or NAC. So I got some of that, and I had some before, but I'm getting low on it. And I'm not sure if I had anything more separate copper, but I know I have some trace minerals that have copper in it. So I figured, you know, with this amount of vitamin C, if you're taking like 40, 45, 47,000 units a day, and you're tolerating it and absorbing it, probably need to balance it out with some copper. So we got some chelated copper here, so which should absorb pretty damn well. So I've been taking a lot of vitamins while I've been zapping, and I used to always do that, but I've never took a lot of, I never knew about mega vitamin C. I used to think, well, 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C, well, that must be a real lot, because the recommended daily requirement is 60 or 75, depending on who you talk to. And now they're talking about maybe what they ought to maybe up the requirement to 120. But in any case, that's still, when you're taking 1,000, I'm thinking, well, that's about roughly 15 times of what the recommended daily requirement is currently. But that's not mega vitamin C. Mega vitamin C is at least 10,000 to 15,000 or higher, 30,000. So I went from 15,000, I started upping and up, and I went to 30,000. I've been taking 28 to 32,000 every day for quite a while now. And you know, I had this theory way back a couple years ago, and you know, I found that the parazapper is far more effective in knocking out microbes. Like, in other words, say you got a cold and you feel like you got a sore throat, this thing will knock it out. The part, if you put it on your throat, the parazapper, if you put the positive offset on there, jeez, man, it worked with infective tooth, it worked with sore throat, it just worked every time, because the positive offset, using a positive electrode, it always works. It knocks out any microbe, especially localized stuff, you know, because you can really concentrate it with the contact mode. But I always knew about what they talked about, and see, I think Bob Beck was a damn CIA plant. He was saying no herbs, no vitamins, and all that crap. I used to take herbs and vitamins when I was doing this, and you know, people that have experience with this, it's really like you don't want to take, you know, something really severe and do this with 4 hertz, because that's where you have the transfection effect. 1 hertz even has more transfection effect, but 4 hertz has, and 4 hertz does kill some microbes, quite a few, you know, because it on the square wave it goes up to from 4 hertz, and in the next octave up it's 12, and it goes times 3. It's at odd multipliers. Then the next octave up it's 20. So 20, if you look at the 20 hertz, you look at the consolidated frequency list. That's a big long list. It's one of the more popular ones that everybody uses, you know, to start off every contact mode quote-unquote rife session. So I mean, this zapper does knock out, you know, a significant amount of microbes on itself. Nowhere near what a positive offset zapper can, but where it gives you more energy and stuff is it uploads more oxygen. Now I kind of suspected what's going on with the Beck protocol. It's like if you're taking, you know, you're drinking oxygenated water from ozone, and you're zapping, and you're taking some colloidal silver. I don't think the magnetic pulsar does a damn thing. I mean, the magnetic pulsar's got uses with pain relief, stroke recovery. In other words, you know, the nerve stimulation on the arm. If you have a stroke and your arm isn't working well or something, magnetic pulsar can do a lot of good there. If you want to kill microbes with a magnetic pulsar, you can't be using 6,000 Gauss like, you know, with the Beck. You know, it's got to be at least 20,000 Gauss. It might have a slight influence at 6,000 Gauss, but it's not what Beck claims. Now he was saying. Now I haven't really. I have taken a bunch of garlic with while doing this, and I didn't see any ill effects. I don't know if that's, you know, I didn't notice them or whatever the hell it is. But I remember Beck was totally adamant about not taking garlic while you're zapping. And you know, the standard Beck zapper is always at 4 hertz, right? So this one's a 4, 10, and a 40. And that's to minimize the transfection mode. But because there's less transfection at 10, there's even just virtually no transfection at 40. But you know, I'm using this to get the transfection, which means the super absorption of nutrients into the blood cells. Now I did notice I was never able to tolerate, you know, like 28 to 32 was my upper limit. So now I'm taking like over 40,000 with doing this because it's absorbing into the blood. So I'm assuming, you know, that's what's going on, the transfection. So what I decided to do was make sure I had some of this stuff left. I said, let me go order. I got a bunch of bottles of this, and I ordered copper because that's one thing you can get short on. I know I had some trace mineral stuff that has copper in it, but maybe it's not enough. When you're taking 40-something thousand milligrams of freaking vitamin C, man. Look here, here's the little cat. Look at the guy. When you're taking that much freaking vitamin C, man, you better make sure you got enough copper. So, I'm standing on a bumper here. That's that noise. Right? Now, cats, they produce their own vitamin C in their body. Now, you know what this cat's doing here? He's marking his he or she. Is that a she? Lift your tail up again, thing. That might be my only she cat. That could be a she. Well, it's getting closer, man. Anyway, marking its territory. He's rubbing on a branch over there in his face. Anyway, that might be my only female cat, man. Boots is a male. Claiborne was a male. Bootin is a male, Rocky's a male, Goldie's a male. That might be only female, little panda cat. Anyway, so when you're taking that much vitamin C, you got to make sure you take copper. You know, I actually put out a video because actually massive amounts of copper can actually make your hair get a little lighter, even your skin get a little lighter, stuff like that. So we're gonna make sure we have some copper in there too, man. Anyway, just figured that, you know, this experiment, I don't know. What's interesting is, you know, I'm going to tell you, when I was talking about the three, I'm getting ahead of myself. When I was talking about the patriarchs in the Bible, when they lived to be almost 1,000 years old, I know some people are saying there was lunar years. No, they were freaking regular years, solar years. Like Noah lived to be, I don't know, 920, 950, 970. I don't know what the date is because I read 3 different things. But, you know, Adam lived to be over 900 years old. I think part of it was, well, it's not I'm thinking. I know the scientists say when they take out the vitamin C capability in mice, they live not even half as long. They could do something to their DNA to take out the vitamin C capability. Oh, here's Mr. Cat, and he's going down there pretty. She. See? They don't even live half as long. So maybe you'd live 2 or 3 times longer if you had massive amounts of vitamin C that you could produce in your own body. Right? But I don't think that's the whole equation, because I think way back then the Earth probably had a lot more oxygen, and that's another thing. The oxygen content in the atmosphere might have been a lot higher. Then the other thing is, it might have been, that's a theory. Well, that's not a theory, that's pretty much a fact. That I know is a fact. But the other thing is a theory, I'll tell you here it is, that the energies in and coming around us might have been different. Remember I talked about that Lakowski multi-wave oscillator that like reverse ages people and restores people? Maybe this cat's going to come out on the other side here pretty soon. That thing that Georges Lakowski developed with Nikola Tesla's idea. Where you at, cat? I don't see it. Anyway. Well, that brings in energies in and around us. Well, that might have been part of the effect too. Maybe there was a lot more of these energies in and around us on the Earth that were affecting how long people lived. So it might have been 3 things. So I don't think, even if you got the best absorption of vitamin C in your body and you took this every day, I don't know about 900 years and shit, but you might double your lifespan or triple it and be young. In other words, when you're 100 years old, you might look like you're 43. How's that? So, it's an experiment, who the hell knows? And I've been running this a lot. Like I said, this thing, the main reason I'm running this a lot, I'm using the Power Zapper 10 hours a day too. I'm running this probably about 16 hours a day or more, which is kind of a nuisance, but the way I have it is, you see this, I have a TENS pad like that with a quick disconnect thing. So that holds the TENS pad on there. The other side is down there below my boot, so my boot holds it on. I got some masking tape holding it over there. Masking tape's easy. Found it easier work. It's lighter than freaking rubber bands. So it never, I can walk around with it and do a whole bunch of shit and not worry about it. But it's not so much I'm using this for the microbe capability. The microbe capability is far more superior with the Power Zapper. I'm using it for the transfection. And like I said, I don't know this for a fact, but it may be that garlic used with 4 hertz may be a big, powerful cure-all when used with the AC 4 hertz. See, Beck is telling you, oh, it's going to harm you. There's nothing in the internet that I looked for real medical literature where garlic kills brain cells. People have been taking garlic since before the Roman times. People in Spain, Greece, and Italy have been taking copious amounts of garlic forever. I mean, they don't have dead brains. They're freaking healthy as hell at anything. There's a cat. You know what I mean? There it is. I don't know if that's focusing. You know what I mean? They're like, that's so much bullshit this guy's telling you. And actually a lot of people realize, this thing is blurry. I don't know why that's not focusing. Anyway. I don't know where it went now. But, so even if you're taking some garlic and you're zapping with 4 hertz, it's going to work as a force multiplier. That's the exact opposite of what Bob Beck said. Which I'm thinking, Bob Beck, you're full of shit. Maybe he's trying to tell you something. Maybe this guy didn't want you to heal up everything. Because garlic will heal about every damn thing there is. Actually, garlic improves the brain function. You'll feel more mentally alert. It's just powerful herb, man. It's some damn good crap. So why not have it be a force multiplier? Now, I'm really not experimenting so much with garlic. I know yesterday I used a shitload of garlic on something, and I was zapping, I couldn't tell what the hell it did that hurt or nothing. But what I am experimenting with is massive amounts of C, and I can tolerate a lot more. So like since I'm using that much C, like I said, I'm getting the copper. And NAC, N-acetylcysteine, which is a protein, works very well with vitamin C. There's several other things too, like CoQ10, glutathione. And you know, if this works, you know, maybe this might work somewhat like a true liposomol, where you don't have to pay the money for the liposomol. Like, in other words, you know how to get homemade liposomol vitamin C isn't really a liposomol. It's like an emulsion vitamin C that absorbs into the blood better. But the problem is it doesn't absorb into the cells. You want to get it into the cells. You know, you can even when you inject vitamin C with the special mixture, if you're a medical doctor, and you put it in the veins, it doesn't mean it gets in the cells. That's the problem. It gets more of it in the blood cells because there's a lot more vitamin C content, you know, floating around in the body through the bloodstream. But it's being excreted by the body pretty damn quick. That's why you got to keep pumping it in. When you use a true liposomol vitamin C, a true liposomol vitamin C, like Live On Labs makes that, not Mercola, Dr. Mercola. It gets inside the cells. Now I'm thinking this is getting inside the cells. This transfection effect on this crap is well known. Now this is not the Bob Beck protocol. So I'm telling you, I think Bob Beck was a CIA guy. But he's telling us, he's kind of hinting at something, because he's like, you know, why the hell was he so worried about garlic? And garlic's been used for thousands of years. Because if this has the transfection effect with a force multiplier, if you're using a force multiplier with garlic, with a healer that heals everything, what's going to happen? Now I'm talking about 4 hertz, not 10 hertz or 40. I'm 4 hertz. In other words, the standard, you know, $80 jitterbug you find on eBay, that would work fine. You wouldn't need this one here. The 4 hertz. But, you know, I'm not going to experiment heavily with garlic for now. I'm going to experiment heavily with C. And I can tell you right now, I've never been able to take that much vitamin C, like 47,000 inside of 24 hours, and also took 30,000 a couple times within a 5-hour period. And I was able to absorb it without having that bowel intolerance effect. I'm assuming it's because it's getting absorbed into the cells. That's that might be better than just even having intravenous vitamin C without the cost and the complexity. I don't know. I don't freaking know for sure, okay? Who the hell else, you know, not many people experiment with this stuff except me. Anyway, we're going to have some other videos out besides this topic, but, you know, just figured, yeah, getting the copper, getting the NAC, and yes, there are other things that you want to, you just don't want to have, this is not the only thing the body lives by, you know, a lot more than that, but, you know, coconut oil, CoQ10, turmeric, hot peppers. Yeah, Beck said not to use hot peppers and herbs while you're zapping with that. Would that be a force multiplier too? I think so. You know, it's like, it's not that this thing kills so much microbes, it's this transfection effect. That's what I think is going on. As a matter of fact, say for instance you were a organic vegetable juicer, and you're drinking organic vegetable juice and protein powder and various vitamins and stuff, and you're zapping at 4 hertz, which causes the transfection, has the transfection effect, where, you know, the cells are more susceptible to absorbing whatever you put in, you know, you consume. Well, wouldn't that be a force multiplier of all that good organic stuff? Now, the other side of it is, if you're smoking cigarettes and you're drinking coffee and you're drinking booze and you do this, it's going to make you really bad because of the transfection effect. I mean, it does knock out some microbes, but that's the only way I'm using this thing. I'm using it I'm using that transfection effect to my advantage. I have been before, but I never knew about this. I never knew about Mega C back then. So, and I talked about this a few years ago, but it's the first time I've actually embarked upon this, and it does look like I can tolerate a lot more Mega vitamin C than I have been before with a lot of this. Now the problem is, you got to wear this, but you know, it's not a big deal in a lot of situations, except if you're really doing a real lot of shit. But you can get around no problem with this, and actually you probably can hook this on your body somehow, and probably do just about any damn thing there is, and leave that on there and run it 24 hours a day, and take lots of vitamin C and good vitamins, and you know, we shall see. We shall see.